I'm here. Yeah, I went to school for years so that I could tell you more about these things. Please, Carol, let me talk, 'cause I got something to say. Oh please, Carol, just let me talk. Oh, Carol, let me talk, 'cause I got something to say. Oh please.
I just want to thank you all so much for being here and for the conversations that I was able to participate in with all of you today. I'm sorry that I didn't make it to the transit table, and I also didn't make it to the immigration and refugee table. So it would be my privilege to hang back at the end of the night and chat with you about those pieces. What I did hear though was we talked about seniors and income security. We talked about the importance of maintaining the pension splitting for seniors. That's important to the NDP. We will be creating 40,000 more home care support spaces and nursing beds. We're looking to put in a national strategy for Alzheimer's and dementia. We'll include early screening, diagnosis, and more resources into research. We will roll back old age security back to 65, and we're working to strengthen the Canadian pension plan so that it will be there for my children and my children's children. We also want to honor our veterans by getting the Veterans Office reopened and make sure that our veterans have access to the services that they need. My grandfather served in the first, my uncle served in Korea, and my husband's uncles served in the Second World War. We just got back from France this summer, where we honored them at all of the beaches of Normandy and Vimy, and it was a very powerful experience, and I'll never forget what they've done for our country. On public transit, this is something that's very personal to me as a civil engineer, and it's something that I know we have to invest in because it cannot be paid for through the property tax base. Other levels of government have downloaded infrastructure spending, and it's time for the federal government to step up. An NDP government will invest $1.3 billion per year over the next 20 years into transit, and that will directly affect us here by helping our all-way, two-way GO system that our mayors have asked for. We will also invest $1.5 billion annually over the next 4 years to make sure that we're investing in roads and bridges and the other critical infrastructure that's at risk through climate change. When I went to the table about affordable housing, this is a very passionate issue, and it's something that really matters to me personally. I know that municipal governments cannot fill this gap. They need a partner, and they need a partner that's going to sit down with the provinces and with the municipalities to have a meaningful conversation around building an Affordable Housing Act. We actually need a strategy for this country. We're one of the only countries in the OEDC, whatever that all stands for, that doesn't have a strategy for affordable housing, and we're leaving too many Canadians out. When I went on the Governor General's Leadership Conference in 2012, I served dinner to Montreal's most profoundly homeless men at the old brewery mission. And when I toured that place, the executive director, we asked her, if you could change one thing, what would you do? And she said, I would never build this place because it should never be okay in a country like Canada to live on the streets. And she's right. Around healthcare, we spoke a lot about mental health, and we know that that's a big barrier for us in this community, and we're going to invest in youth mental health because it's a real gap in that piece. We're also going to make sure the 6% increase in healthcare spending will be honored with the provinces through the federal government. I had a lovely conversation about engaging in democracy, and that's what I want to do. I want to continue to sit down with all of you. When I'm elected, will you promise me that we'll have this same forum every single year so that we can sit down not just on election years, but every year to say, here's the things that we need to do better, here's the things you're doing well, and here's the things you need to think about in the future. I said at one of my tables, we're going to make mistakes. Governments make mistakes, but we need to be able to recognize when we've made them and do better another day. Thank you.
Please, Carol, let me talk, 'cause I got something to say. Oh please, Carol, just let me talk. Oh